Hi friends, hope all is well. Happy Ariween. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be transforming into Dr. Frankenfooter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I'm obsessed with how it turned out. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, then make sure to keep on watching. Alright guys, so I went ahead and just threw some concealer on the lid. Just a little bit as a base. I didn't want to use a heavy base like a P. Louise because the eyeshadow is kind of just thrown on. So yeah. First things first, I'm going to start with like a medium gray kind of tone, and I'm going to pack that lightly into my eyebrow because the brow and all the eyeshadow is all together. The brows are not blocked. So that's what I'm going to do, just lightly. I'm taking random old eyeshadows that I have. And yeah, I'm going to start from the brow down. Not my typical order of work, but alright, so next I am going to take my P. Louise Cosmetic paints, and this is Feedblack, so this is just a straight black. These set, so I prefer these, but if you have a gel liner or something like that, that is the best, I guess, alternative. So I am going to just pack a little bit on in the shape of kind of this, because again, using reference, it goes a little higher than the crease, but yeah, and a tiny slight kind of winged out, very short shape at the end. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I added the shimmer myself because I want it to be extra, as usual. You're basically like cutting your crease but with black. So seems weird, but it's actually super duper easy because it could be a little messy and imperfect. Just to show you what we're getting at, and the good part is, again, you don't have to keep it necessarily super clean, so you can lightly take the eyeshadow and run it against that line so it kind of blends it out, but not really. And then we're gonna go in with the same brush and the same shadows as before, and now just get closer, just like this. I do go back in a second time and clean up the shape of the black, so for right now, don't worry if you feel like you lost the shape, because that was just kind of a guide as to where the black is gonna be. Alright guys, so I'm pretty happy with this messy kind of, you know, grungy look. I'm just going to go ahead and do my brows, well, my brow off camera first. Alright guys, so there we go. The brows are interesting because, again, this makeup is very thrown on. So the brows rest on top of the natural brows, and they're very, very kind of messy and they blend in. So yeah, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I am going to be using just some black Mayron Paradise paint. I'm running very low, but yeah, some of this. And I am just going to follow a line on top of my brow. I'm just gonna take some black mascara and I'm gonna comb it through my brow because the brow hairs are a bit darker than mine, and I just want to keep that effect of the natural brow hairs peeking through. So alrighty friends, so I got my base on. I did my concealer, I did a little bit of cream contour, and I set the face. So now we're just gonna go in with some bronzers. I also did just a line of black liner on the bottom and kind of that pointed shape because I would notice that he does have that as well. I just go in lightly, and I always start with the darkest bronzer. I usually use two different bronzers to blend each other out, kind of like you would with eyeshadow. So I start with the darkest, which is in the shade Phenom, and I am just gonna pack that color on at the highest point of my cheek, right here. Okay, so now for blush, I see like a pinky kind of peach vibe going on. So I'm going to take my fave Juvia's Place and the same brush. I'm not cleaning it because I don't got to. And I'm just focusing that not on the apples of my cheeks, but where I applied my contour. So higher up here. it's not that you aren't bringing the product to the apples of your cheeks, you're just not starting there. Your first dip of product, wherever you apply that is where the most pigment is gonna go. So you can't start applying blush here and try to blend it upward. You gotta start harsher up here and work it more natural downward. Alright guys, so I just popped on some lashes and I lined my lips. So now I am going to be taking the P. Louise lip bases in Relentless, Rouge, and Left on Red. So I'm just taking a little bit of the burgundy and keeping that close to the black but not really touching the center. So now I'm going to take the Left on Red, which is the brighter red, and putting that in the center of my lips. Alrighty guys, so I popped on my costume, my accessories, I did some sideburns, and I added my tattoo, and this is the completed look. So what do you guys think? I'm in love with it. I hope that you guys are too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!